the UFL, a gateway to the West. That's what that landmark is, and perhaps a gateway to another championship for the DC Defenders today, defending their title to open the season against the St. Louis Battlehawks. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones alongside Roddy Jones, Harry Douglas, and Cole Kublik down in the field, joining us in just a moment. We already had, Roddy, a tight finish last night as UFL action gets over and under in big fashion last night. But when you look at the league, doing a little bit of a glam up, right? 3 new teams, as well as a set of new rules that will really supercharge the offense.
Well, look, it's a new era of UFL football. You mentioned some of the changes. There's also a change of ownership that has a renewed energy. There's 6 new coaches in the league, 4 of them first-time head coaches, including Ricky Prohl in this game. And you mentioned the new rules, Mark, which I think are going to really, as you said, supercharge the offense. The ones that stand out that I think are going to change the game the most: no punts inside the 50-yard line outside of 2 minutes, the last 2 minutes of the half end of the game. 60-yard field goals are now worth 4 points, and if we see 60-yarders flying in like they do in the NFL, I think that's going to be a big factor. And we're going back to the college catch rule. No more 2 feet down to have a legal catch, only 1 foot needed in order to make it a catch. All of that, I think, is going to be fascinating for this league.
Going to keep those chains moving on offense for this guy who's been now in his 4th year for the DC Defenders. Jordan Ta'amu, very familiar, had a lot of success here too.
There was a real argument that he was the MVP of the league last year. All he did was lead his team to a championship and was the MVP of the championship game. His mobility, I think, is underrated. Ability to get out of the pocket, throw the ball down the field, but also he'll be a factor in that quarterback run game. This is a DC offense that's built off running the football so that RPO and Jordan Ta'amu can go to work.
Well, for him to go to work, he's going to have to stay out of harm's way from the Defensive Player of the Year a season ago, the guy they just called PETA, PT, on that defensive line, Roddy.
PETA Damoipenu is phenomenal off the edge. He is a relentless pass rusher. His experience in this league means that he's got all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get after quarterbacks. He's going to be looking for a little more production against this DC offense than he had a year ago. 3 meetings last year, and the DC coaches were quick to tell us only 1 pressure from PETA a year ago.
All right, Roddy, now let's bring in Tyler Fulgham for some of the betting trends and stories in this game. What do you have for us, Tyler?
Pleasure to be joined by you, the brothers Jones, in my city, my hometown of St. Louis. I used to have season tickets, section 453 for the Rams, real MM, so send Harry Douglas up there to see my vantage point if you want to. But as far as betting this game, I like the Defenders in this matchup because of the continuity they have on their offense. I do think we see scoring. There's been a great trend on betting unders in the early weeks of UFL the last few seasons. I'm standing right in front of that train and going with an over here because of the fact that the Defenders run more plays than any team in the league last year, and A.J. Smith on the Battlehawks side, I think, is going to drop back and throw the football a lot. My favorite bet, perhaps, is that the second half is the highest scoring half, and if I think there's going to be points in this game, guys, I better have some correlating touchdown wagers as well. So here are 4 players, 2 from each team, that I hope find pay dirt today at the Battle Dome.
All right, let's take a look at some of our crew bets and see which way the experts have gone. I'll call our staff here experts. Roddy's got the over, Harry, Cole, and I'm going at least 1 60-yard field goal for 4 points. Cole, down to you.
I've got Battlehawks head coach Ricky Prohl making your head coaching debut in this building. What does that alone mean to you?
So exciting, so meaningful, man. The fans here, this place is a special place. A lot of things happen here in '99 and 2002. It's a special place. It feels really special.
You were telling me before the game there are still a lot of questions with this team. What's the one landmark you sort of need to see to figure out what you're going to have on your hands today?
Just playing smart football, playing together as a team, playing selfless. That's what I'm looking for today, and just playing fast, you know, and that's what I want to see.
Thank you, Coach. He mentioned that crowd. Harry Douglas actually up in this crowd here in St. Louis right now.
Yeah, Cole, there's no better place to start our UFL season than right here in St. Louis. Now, our new Commander-in-Chief, Mike Napoli, put it out there in the air. Whichever team sold the most home opener tickets to start off the season, well, that fan base was going to win 50% off of all merchandise. Well, I think it's safe to say who the winner is. It's the St. Louis Battlehawks. They sold 35,000 tickets. So, Battlehawk fans, make some noise.
Harry got them all fired up. Gary Jennings Jr. on the kickoff return for 25 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for quarterback Brandon Silvers of the Battlehawks, who was with the team last year. Played sparingly, though. 6'2", 220 pounds, out of Troy University.
Zoom to trips left up, 880, 14 match on one.
And one of the great parts about the UFL, we have boundless access in real time, more than any other professional sports league. You heard the call. 1st and 10. Silvers fires incomplete at the 35-yard line, intended for Frank Darby, one of their main targets. Let's listen into
let's go. Why stick
the team's
Cowboys?
offensive coordinator.
Why stick
AJ
Cowboys?
Smith.
Why stick Cowboys? Blue, 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 blue.
Here we go. Here we go. Why stick Cowboys? On one, ready? Cowboys. Cowboys. Yeah, go left.
Sounds like, Mark, they're going to open this game with 2 consecutive throws. The incompletion on 1st down because of the drop.
Ready,
See if we
go.
get another one here.
Howard in the backfield takes the handoff on the draw action out to the 34. Joe Wallace, one of the captains up front for the defenders, making the tackle on the play. 3rd down coming up on that gain of 3.
James 51 Rover. James 51 Rover.
90 markers. On one, ready? Still OTBS, right? No. Straight. Oh, the marker straight ahead.
This is going to be one of the keys of the game. Blake Williams on the defensive end for DC loves to bring pressure. How does St. Louis handle it? Can they block him?
Ready, go.
On 3rd and 7, pulls it incomplete. Boy, 2 drops on the opening drive. They're not really helping out Brandon Silvers early here. Dropped by Blake Jackson.
And Blake Jackson does what he's supposed to do. Hooks up right at the 1st down marker, and the ball's right on the 8, right in the middle of his body. Just can't reel it in. I mentioned back-to-back, or 2 drops on that drive.
Yeah.
Really derailed it. Some good play calls from AJ Smith. Brandon Silvers knew where he was going with the football. Very decisive. Receivers just got to bring it in.
Yeah, can't put that any of it on Silvers. Cucci back deep at their zone 18-yard line for this punt. Punt from Paxton Brooks. From the 18. Got about 5 on the punt return on the 48-yard punt. Good punt that time by Brooks. It'll be 1st and 10. And here comes quarterback Jordan Ta'amu out of Mississippi.
On the double. 8 left. 26 punch. Alert. 24 dart on the double. Hey, no, 26. 26 alert 25. 26 alert 25. Hey. 26 alert
57% of his passes a season ago for 22 touchdowns. Deion Jackson in the backfield on 1st and 10. Play clock at 5. After the audible, they hand it off to Jackson, who looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage barely. A.J. Thomas making the tackle up front. Let's listen in to Fred Case.
Trey right, yellow, Y under. Trey right, yellow, Y under.
On ready.
On 2nd and 11. Ta'amu surveys down the sidelines. It's ruled a catch right near midfield at the 48-yard line. What a grab by Ty Scott.
Man-to-man coverage with 1 safety in the middle of the field, and it's just a tremendous throw by Jordan Ta'amu and a great catch by Ty Scott.
Hands it off on 1st and 10 inside the 45 to Deion Jackson. Picked up 3 on the play. Isa making the tackle for St. Louis.
I'll tell you, going back to Ty Scott, he's a guy when he's one-on-one, majority of the times, they're going to look to his side. Fred Kice, the offensive coordinator, he's excited about his ascension over the years and really looking forward to him having a big game today.
Kice pressing the right buttons offensively. Calls that play to pick up 7 by Jackson. Let's listen in to Corey Chandler.
11. 11? What is it? It's 11 still. No, I need to go down the distance. Here we go. Let's go right here. It's for 8 first 10. 8 chase 1 Q. 8 chase 1 Q. 8 chase 1 Q. 8 chase 1 Q. He switched it out. I'm sorry. I didn't see.
Opening drive of the ball game for the defenders. The reigning champions. Tamu pulls it down. Is going to be brought down for a loss. He took a hit there at the 43 by last year's Defensive Player of the Year, Pita.
It's just a really nice job by the right side of that defensive line. The offense is right, defense is left. Pita Penu gets in the throwing lane. Jordan Tamu didn't like what he saw, ends up trying to make something happen outside of the pocket. But the first sack in the last 2 years for Pita against this DC offense. Remember, DC cannot punt the football, so it's still 4-down territory all the way. They could go for a 60-yard field goal, but they cannot punt.
They're going to run it and come up short of the first down at about the 38.
Post. Red Rocket X post.
And I think, Mark, that last play call is sort of the result of having to go for it once you pass the 50. You're no longer conservative on a 2nd and long, or having to get a chunk. You can just hand the ball off, make it 3rd and 10, and now you've got a choice. You're kind of in that no man's land from a punt, from a field goal standpoint. So can you get 4, 5, 6 yards to make a decision to go for it?
Tamu drops back in the pocket, going to be sacked at the 42-yard line. That's Battlehawks defense got to him. Ramon Harris out of Buffalo making the sack for a loss of 4. So 4th down coming up.
Well, he's the defensive tackle right here, and he's able to get through the line. Both he and Pita end up creating pressure. The pocket just kind of collapses on Jordan Tamu.
Now this is going to be a 60-yard field goal. Folks, it'll be for 4 points as part of the new rules in the UFL. McCrane got it up. They score 4. The defenders take a 4-0 lead on the league's first 60-yard field goal for 4 points.
And you know what, Mark? The sack actually ends up helping DC more than an incompletion would have. If they'd have had an incompletion, this is worth 3. But because of the sack, 60-yarder from deep, 4 points on the board.
Back in St. Louis with Battlehawks quarterback Brandon Silvers. 2 drops on that opening drive. I'm just interested from your perspective, how do you discuss that with your wide receiver? Do you even bring it up to them during the break?
No, man, it's just let's go attitude, next play. You know, they're pros. Drops happen in the game of football, so, you know, next play attitude.
Thanks, Brandon.
Sounds pretty forgiving, but I understand, Roddy.
I don't. It's early in the game.
Right.
You can't get on your guys initially. Right. Everybody's got those jitters.
Okay.
It's a new energy in the air, Mark. So
just don't let it happen. Don't let it happen again.
Then we might have to have a conversation.
Jennings and Harris back for this kick after that 60-yard field goal, the first one for 4 points in league history. We watched Tucker McCann in warm-ups knock through a couple of 60-yard field goals, so it wasn't any surprise. This is Harris on the return. Up the sideline, and a good one out to the 43-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 from there. A 36-yard run back. So Brandon Silvers out for his 2nd series for head coach Ricky Prohl.
Here we go. Stand in front and punch on 1. Ready? Go.
Jarvian Howard in the backfield. Howard out of Alcorn State. Jackson in motion, but they hand it up between the tackles. Not much room for Howard. Let's go downstairs to Harry.
We're here with field goal kicker. You made history today. The first ever 4-point play. You kicked the field goal for 60 yards. How do you feel?
Lost of words. I mean, it's just another rep for us. You know, we've been hitting long in the week. Didn't expect it to go out first drive. But, you know, I'm just thankful for the opportunity. You know, I in and out of the NFL, got my opportunity in the UFL. This is my fourth year doing it. And so just thankful again for the opportunity to be here.
I talked to you in pregame, and I seen that twinkle, twinkle, little star in your eye. Did you feel like it would probably come sometime in this first game?
Absolutely. So the opportunity happened last night. You know, it was a little windy, and so they didn't get the opportunity to hit it. But we talked about it in pregame. We're going to get a chance. But, yeah, opening drive, didn't think it was going to happen that quick.
Thanks, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, the league had a couple of place kickers go to the NFL last year, right? With Detroit and the Rams, Bates and Nevis.
And again, that change in the NFL, 57% of 60-plus yarders were made. It's a game changer at this level as well. And St. Louis across the 50 on this 3rd and short. They're going to have to go for it on 4th down. There is no punting now.
That's one of the new rules, folks. If you're just joining us, once you cross the 50-yard line on offense, you cannot punt.
And important to note, Mark,
unless it's the last 2 minutes of the half.
It's the last 2 minutes of the half. But even if this were a negative play, St. Louis still would not be able to punt on 4th down.
Got a timeout on the field. We're going to think it over on 3rd and 2. Back after this. By Buffalo Wild Wings. Try the Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99. And back to the action. Hey, Cole, what do you think the play call is here on 3rd and short?
I actually talked to offensive coordinator A.J. Smith about that during the break. He tells me they're going bootleg here, looking for the back out of the backfield initially as the first read. So see if they can get a little outside zone fake, then go to the back.
Ready, go!
There's the bootleg, the completion. This time, Darby and Howard hangs on to the football. They'll move the chains. Hearn making the tackle on the 5-yard pickup.
I like the play call, not only because it worked, but also the risk of a negative play is a lot less when you're moving the quarterback out of the pocket, because, again, they would have had to go for it on 4th down if he had taken a sack.
Silvers fires incomplete. No flag on the play. The pass appeared to be behind his intended receiver, McBride, but Connolly there to break it up.
Hey, Roddy, I'll just throw in a lot of my conversation with Brandon Silvers, quarterback for the Battlehawks, before the game was what routes was DC going to jump? What routes were they going to try to be aggressive with? What were they going to lay off? So it could be an indicator there of maybe a double move, something else that this offense comes back to try to take advantage of aggressive DP played there.
I like it, Cole. And DC has played a lot more too-high safety without press coverage on the outside.
And there's another incompletion out to the sideline. McBride, again, the intended receiver. Silver's getting up off his wallet. So quickly, 3rd and long coming up.
Trips left, okay? Hey, hum the trips left, lion, dog. Hum the trips left, lion, dog. We're in yellow zone.
Hum the trips left, lion, dog. I want it.
You can hear the reminder, we're in yellow zone. If they gain 2 yards, they're going to have to kick a 59-yard field goal. You don't want that. You either want it to be 60 or close enough where you can go for the 4th down.
Lion is a draw, so should be trying to run the ball here.
There's the draw handoff. And a nice run, spirited run by Matulas. Picks up 4 on the play, 3.5.
So now you're in a situation because of that game. You're kicking a 57-yard field goal for 3 points. Whereas if you'd have just taken a knee, not that it's part of the strategy, but if they'd have gotten no gain, it's a field goal that's a few yards longer, but for an extra point. So sort of an interesting area that they're in now.
A scenario where perhaps you're better off losing a yard or 2.
Or, you know, I think they expected the draw to pop a little bit more, but if you throw the ball and throw an incompletion, then you're at that spot where you can kick the 4-pointer.
Well, this one for 58, not 60. Tucker McCann out of Missouri. Watched him in warm-ups. He was coming up just a little bit short from 60 yards. Line drive is good. Drills it with room to spare.
Right back in it, baby. Right back in it.
So after 2 field goals, it's a 4-3 game here in this DC St. Louis.
We're back live in in St. Louis. I'm with DC Defenders head coach Shannon Harris. Your defense, 2 opportunities so far. Got out the field on 3rd downs. How do you like what they're doing so far?
Yeah, that's something that we talked about coming into this game, right? We wanted to make sure that our guys was getting off the field early. Kudos to that guy. He made a really good long field goal right there. But, you know, I like how aggressive we are defensively. I like the things that we're causing them to do. So now we just got to go out there and finish them. Keep them from getting past the 50-yard line. That thing's changed now a lot. So, yeah, I like what we're doing right now.
Ty Scott on offense, he had an explosive play. How has camp been, and what are your expectations for him the rest of the season as well?
Yeah, that was one of the big reasons why we wanted to bring him back and protect him, man. The guy can take the top off. He's a big playability guy for us. He's done it throughout the career that we've been here. Showed it this first half so far, and need more of it.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, this Ty Scott, 3rd year with the Defenders. Here's the kickoff return. Valladay right up the middle, and a good return out near the 34-35-yard line. Took it back 27 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. But we listened to Coach Harris a moment ago there with Harry. He talked about the familiarity and continuity being maybe the biggest asset for this Defenders team that's defending their championship.
In a league where there's been so much turnover coaching-wise and player-wise throughout the league, DC has their head coach, offensive, defensive coordinators all back, and their quarterback from the team that won a championship. That continuity is a big strength, especially early in the year with communication on this DC Defenders team.
From the 34, 1st and 10, going to be Deion Jackson. Put it on the ground, it's loose. St. Louis says they have it. And off the turnover, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Battlehawks. Jordan Mosley making the recovery.
It's very close to being down, Mark. Let's see if we can get a look. It's a really nice job, Deion Jackson bouncing with a run through at linebacker, and then, yeah, that elbow clearly down on the ground when the ball pops out. Let's check with Mike Pereira. Mike, did you see it the same way?
Yeah, we're looking at this just like you are, and I'm talking to the crew. That elbow is down before the ball pops out, and he was touched before he got to that ground. So we're gonna reverse this, put the ball at the 36-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down.
2nd down and what to go.
Pretty definitive.
That's the line of game.
The chains were moved. Be ready to go back.
Can someone tell me where the previous spot was?
34 yards.
Previous spot's 34. All right, so after further review, the runner was down by contact. 2nd down, DC at the 36-yard line.
After further review, the runner was down by contact. It's DC ball, 2nd down.
So the Defenders will retain possession of the football. 1st and 10 from the 36. The elbow clearly down. Contact was made. Ball coming out in the aftermath.
Mike Pereira not only answering our questions, but also administrating all the things that need to be communicated.
The best.
On the job.
Multitask. 2nd and 8. Ta'amu out of the shotgun. A little movement on the right side of that offensive line. Looks like Tarquin.
Offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
He and Branch on the left side. So they'll move it back 5 yards, back to the 31.
And Mark, I will say this: when you see Jordan Ta'amu at the quarterback position, checking at the line of scrimmage, that's the luxury of having a quarterback that has been in the system for the last 4 years. Offensive coordinator Fred Keiss, he's going to give him that free range to be able to check things at the line of scrimmage to put the offense into the best play possible.
See what the play is here. Right down the seam, down the middle of the field. Morris Mason Fairchild with the catch. Picks up 24, and they move the sticks.
Fairchild's going to go right up the middle. You get a linebacker going that way and the nickel going that way, and Jordan Ta'amu just sees the space, delivers an accurate throw for an easy pitch and catch.
Delivers another strike there inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Seth Williams out of Auburn making the reception. 2nd and short. Defenders playing with a lot of tempo on offense. They're going to keep it on the ground this time and pick up the 1st down at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard gain on the play. That was Jackson again.
Great job cutting off the backside on that run play to allow that cutback in.
Tamu pulls it out on the RPO. In a rhythm now, completes another pass. This one to Kuti, who picks up 12.
That was a nice route, a Harry Douglas type route by Kiki Kuti. Pressing the defensive back, breaking off of him, creating that separation.
Jackson put his hat down, only made it to about the 16. Deion Jackson out of Duke University, 27-year-old out of Atlanta, picks up 3 on the play.
Cole mentioned on that last, on the previous run, Deion Jackson's ability to get that cutback. I think that's where he's at his best. When he can put his foot in the ground, get to the backside of runs, get his shoulders square. He's down a couple pounds this year, which makes him a little bit quicker. I really like the way he's looking so far.
Second year with the defenders. Ta'amu going to be swarmed, engulfed back at the 26. Pita with another sack.
There he is, the right side of your screen, just one-on-one with the tackle. Michael Tarquin pushes him back into the quarterback, and Fred Keiss was pretty confident in the way that they controlled Pita in their meetings last year. By my count, that's his second sack of the day. We're not even out of the first quarter.
I think also quarterback Jordan Ta'amu, he has to feel that a little bit and step up in that pocket and kind of protect his offensive tackle a little bit.
3rd and 16. Looking downfield, caught inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. A 24-yard gain by Seth Williams on the catch.
I mean, what a throw by Jordan Ta'amu. This is great protection by the offensive line, but the delivery and then the ability to go up and get it by Seth Williams.
Jackson on the run, short of the end zone. Picked up a yard, it'll be 2nd and goal.
Right to give Mason Fairchild some credit as well. A nice chip on Pita on that previous play, and he released. Looked like Ta'amu was going to go right to him, and then able to hit Seth Williams down the seam.
This is the 10th play of the drive coming up for the defenders.
Cole, it's a great point out, because so often we put pass protection on just the offensive line, but little things like chips by tight ends and backs also help a ton.
Jackson in the backfield. There's a flag down. Jackson trots into the end zone, but let's see if it stands.
The result of the play is a score. DOF 17, St. Louis declined.
Offside. Defense, number 17. Penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Touchdown stands for Deion Jackson. First one of the ball game. And the lead is 10-3 for the defending champs.
DC went heavy, 7 offensive linemen in the game, a lot of 70 numbers in there, and a 56 in the backfield as well. They're able to power in, and now DC electing to go for 2. The new rules, you can kick an extra point from 33 yards for a 1-pointer. We saw the teams last night struggle with that a little bit. DC electing to go for 2 from the 2-yard line.
Ta'amu rolls out, trying to hit the corner, into the crowd, and it's incomplete. So they fail it on the 2-point conversion. Seth Williams right there, number 11, the intended receiver, but the margin is at 7 after a 4-point field goal from 60 yards earlier.
Heck of a drive.
And the touchdown.
Hey, great drive right there, man. Good job. Way to convert.
But there was some really good rhythm by the DC
Let's
offense.
go. Let's see your drive going now.
They ran the
Let's
ball
go.
well. There was some really good timely passes by Jordan Ta'amu. But I think the run game getting going is really going to unlock what this DC offense is able to do, and they certainly were able to do it on that drive.
1:17 to go in the opening quarter. And Harris happy about the fact that he was able to retain all his staff, coaching crew. Harris, of course, the offensive coordinator at Tennessee State. with Reggie Barlow, former head coach here for the Defenders. Jennings and Harris back for the kick from the 7. It's going to be Harris. Still on his feet. Momentum carrying him to about the 35-yard line. 29-yard kickoff return. Let's listen in to Ricky.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's respond. Hey, let's respond, though. Let's go. That's us. That's us. That's us. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, we needed that. That would have been good. That would have been good.
First and 10 now for the Battlehawks from their own 36.
Ready, go. Hot.
You're going to keep it on the ground. This is Howard. Got about a yard and a half on the play, close to 2. Derek Robertson making the tackle. Second and long coming up.
Here we go. Give us some time over here. 61 Houston. Come on, ready?
Here's Silver saying, give me some time here. Wonder if it's a shot down the field that they're trying to take.
Ready, go.
Jackson in motion.
Hot.
Silver's going to be sacked back at the 34. Sets up a 3rd down and long. Maxwell, the first one there. Loss of 8.
And it was there. You're going to get a deep out route, a little sail route by Blake Jackson, and he's open. Brandon Silvers just doesn't have enough time. That's why he was asking the offensive line for some time. You need time for that clear out to get the corner out of there so you can hit that outbreaker to the sideline. Just wasn't able to get quite enough. I think another half second he's able to deliver that ball for a big game.
He was surrounded like Pharaoh's army right there. Had nowhere to go. That's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. The Defenders and the Battlehawks. A couple of teams that have battled it out fiercely in the past.
3rd and 16 play. Here you're going to have tight end Mason Fairchild. He's going to chip on Peter before he goes out into the flat. But what I like about this, everyone doing their job. You're going to have this slot receiver, Kiki QT. He's going to run a go route, and then you're going to have this outside receiver come in and run this deep in cut. Now, this go route that he's running inside, it's all about being able to hold these 2 defenders. Great job by Kiki QT. First down catch by Seth Williams. Great play design, but better execution by the players.
And back for the start of the second quarter. 3rd and 16.
Nice shot by Harry of commandeering one of the iPads on the sideline and putting that breakdown. Giving the clear out a little bit of love. It's what I would expect from an inside receiver.
I'm down here talking to Kiki QT too about doing his job, and he's smiling ear to ear.
Blitz coming. Get it out in time, but nowhere to go. Silvers dumped it off to Harris, but he was swarmed. We're going to lose a couple of yards. Joe Wallace making the tackle on the play. It's going to be a loss of 5 and time to punt.
It's the first real negative drive we've seen in this game. St. Louis just not only stuck in neutral, going in reverse because of the early sack.
Shannon Harris loves his defensive front. He considers that the strength of his defense with Wallace, Maxwell, Basham, Robertson up front. Down at the 28. Putti brought down after a short gain on the 48-yard punt. 1st and 10 from there for Jordan Ta'amu.
Hey, good job. Hey, way to be smart right there, man. Good job. Way to keep it cool. Good.
Hey, that's right, Clooney, 22. Oh, 23, watch it, 23.
Coach Harris talked to us about being a little bit more engaged with the defense and the special teams this year.
Remember last year he got named head coach of the Defenders a week before the season started. Reggie Barlow took the job at Tennessee State, so he was kind of thrust in there. Now much more comfortable in those shoes.
What a great response last year. Trying to build on that success. The pass underneath complete to Moore. brought down at about the 36, a 2-yard gain on the play. And back to Coach Harris, you know, he understands as the reigning champs, they're going to get everybody's best shot this year. And what better place to start getting used to it than right here in St. Louis. Franchise that turned out 30,000 per game last year for a home game, and healthy crowd on hand here this afternoon, despite the fact that the Cardinals are playing a little bit later today as well. Baseball team, hockey team, a big weekend here in St. Louis. We have an injured Battlehawk player. That's Cameron Kelly out of San Diego State down in the field. It's news. Cameron Kelly walked off the field under his own power. Good news for the Battlehawks. Now let's go downstairs to Cole, standing by with Mike Rapoli, new UFL owner.
Yeah, new co-owner of the UFL. We've seen a couple of things that you've changed already come to fruition. Well, number one, the challenge of the crowd. You didn't really need that here, but that's been big so far for both games.
I mean, I love the crowd. That's why I came here. We need to make every city, every stadium feel like this Battle Dome. St. Louis fans are great, but to see that first 4-point field goal while being here and witnessing it is pretty awesome.
And it's the decision-making that you really wanted to change. Offense, defense, special teams. You wanted to force earlier decisions, more intriguing decisions by these coaching staffs.
It's all about the strategy, having coaches think about it as we got a big play right here. Big sack right now. But the exciting part is when you're in that zone 40 to 50, you have to start to think, you know, third down, do I run the ball, then pass the ball? Do I line up for a field goal? What am I thinking? And we had a 60-yard field goal and a 58-yard field goal and no punts. That's what I love.
We love no punts. There are a lot of people, Mike, that are wondering why. Why did you want to get into this? What did you see? Because you've touched a lot of other things that have been very successful. What was it about this league that you saw and said, I can make it better?
I saw football is king, both pro and college. Listen to the noise here. It's unbelievable. But what I love is that spring football was so close. You just needed to be a little different, a little bit more innovative, pick the right city, pick the right stadiums, and innovate like we just did. And we got a lot of excitement going on.
What are you looking most forward to that maybe you haven't seen so far in the first game and a half since you've been co-owner?
I need 35, 34 every game this year, and let the home team win.
There you go. Mike, I know you're excited about it. I'm excited about just the energy that you're bringing. And I talked to a couple players on the field before the game. That was kind of their sentiments is, this guy's bringing energy to this league, making noise, getting people talking, rattling cages. How much of that is a strategy of yours?
It's been a strategy for 57 years of my life. If I'm not passionate, if I'm not excited about something, I just can't do it. I love football, I love sports, I love innovation, I love the fans here. I love winning, and I want this league to win. Spring football will be around for a long, long time.
I think it's winning so far. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, Cole. Appreciate it.
Mike Rapoli used to winning, has winning in his history and on his resume. On 3rd and long, Ta'amu downfield in traffic, and he's picked off at the 30-yard line by Mosley. There's a flag down in the vicinity at the 32.
We got a flag, Adam. We got a flag down.
Adam, pass interference, number 2, defense. So the result of play is an interception, pass interference, defense, number 2, spot foul, first down, correct?
Pass interference, defense, number 2. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul with an automatic first down.
Braylon Sanders, the intended receiver here, Roddy.
And look, you're going to get pressure from both sides. Jordan Ta'amu has no choice but to just throw this ball up in the air. And because he's just really hoping down the field, you get an interception. I didn't see the pass interference right there. It must have happened prior to that because
he grabbed a little bit of jersey and tugged on it there, Roddy, but definitely one that could go either way.
I want to challenge. Any live ball action foul.
As you can hear the official, any live ball action foul can be challenged. It's a phenomenal challenge by Ricky Pro.
We're not looking at the spot. We're looking at the actual action. We're going to look at that grab that occurred at about the 40. That's what we're going to take a look at. So I want the low angle shot that we had. Okay, I am looking at it, Adam. Didn't I just see that low shot, the television shot? Not this one. Yeah, this is the one. So there's that. There was. The hand's already off him, isn't it? The hand. Look at the right hand. It looks like he might grab some jersey. as they're showing right now, what happens to that right hand there? Does he pull it enough? Is there significant restriction there? Does he significantly hinder the receiver's opportunity to make the catch? This is the shot. I just don't feel this is enough. I mean, understand why it's called, because you got a slight turn of the shoulder. But to me, that hand's already off at that point. We're going to reverse this and take the interference off. And we're going to go back to the previous spot. It was third, and there was an interception.
We had an interception.
So the ruling the field was an interception. We'll stay with the interception.
Can you give us the administrative information, Mayday, where the spot?
No, the spot's going to be the 30. The spot's going to be the 30. Go, Trip, go.
Coach Pearl, tell me what you saw there. Go on that replay.
Just saw inadvertent contact, man. That happens every play, and you can't call that. They're playing ball, man. That's what they do.
I love it, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
After further review, there is no foul for pass interference. The result of the play is an interception.
Let's go, J-Ball. Let's go.
So the interception stands after that. What great insight from Mike Pereira.
It's great insight in the whole process. I mean, you can hear the referee on the sideline telling Ricky Proehl any live ball action foul can be challenged. Ricky Proehl throwing the challenge flag against the pass interference, and a game-changing call as they're able on third down now to get the ball back in pretty good field position as opposed to having the punt.
Ready, go.
Silver's back to pass, blitz off the edge, and they sack him back at the 20-yard line. Sam Kidd launching in there like a missile to make the tackle. A loss of 10.
Sam Kidd is just going to blitz off the edge, and you could kind of see it. He tipped it off on that initial cadence. You actually had one of the players pointing it out, but Brandon Silvers tries to spin out of it. Kidd does a nice job of swiping the legs and bringing down Brandon Silvers. And remember, on the last drive, there was an early sack, a second down sack that pushed them back. Another sack putting them way behind the chains. This is Battlehawks offense.
Ready, go.
Howard in the backfield beside Silvers to his left. Silvers pulls complete down to the 35-yard line. Pearson with the catch and run to gain 15 back, setting up third down. And about 5 to go.
With Jakir Pearson, you have to honor that speed. So if you're a DB, you're kind of in no man's land if you're playing him man-to-man. You don't want to get bit deep. Great job by him. Intermediate route, understanding the coverage and sitting down and being available for his quarterback.
Ready, go.
Silvers surveys, pulls a little bit high, intended for Blake Jackson. So 4th and 5 coming up.
That was a really nice job by DeAndre Baker, one of these two DC corners that were former first-round picks in the NFL. DeAndre Baker, having played his college ball at the University of Georgia before being a first-round pick by the New York Giants, breaking on that route with incredible closing speed, made the throw really tough for Brandon Silvers.
Ryan Sanborn going to punt. We've had very few punts. This is the third one today. High spiral. Bounces at the 22. And nowhere to go for Kuti. Good punt by the Battlehawks special teams and coverage of 50 yards in all. Back after this. Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling home and auto easy. Another boisterous crowd on hand here in St. Louis for this battle between the Battlehawks and the defenders, the defending champs. They sold over 35,000 tickets for this home opener in St. Louis. Play fake on 1st and 10, incomplete. That one dropped by Ty Scott, one of their best receivers.
Flex right. Red, double chip. Z, Cleveland. Red, double chip. Z, Cleveland.
Flex right, red, double chip. Z, Cleveland. On, ready. Red.
Here the double chip. You've got the tight end on one side, on the right side of the offense, who's going to chip Peter on one side, and then the back is going to chip on the other side.
Trying to keep Ta'amu upright. He's been sacked 4 times already. And that pass dropped by Ty Scott. His second drop in a row.
Ta'amu took another big hit there on that play from Carlos Davis.
Yeah, he's been feeling a lot of heat.
This is one of the things that Peter told us pregame. He was excited about the interior of this defensive line. Not as many anchors, a little bit more athletic. That group's been in the backfield often today.
Yes, they have. I feel like, Cole, both guards have been struggling with the activity of the defensive lines. We've seen the defensive tackles really get after Jordan Ta'amu.
Peter inside here.
And they're going to call a timeout. Try and figure something out on 3rd down and 10.
It starts with
having his struggles of late.
Hey, listen up. It's still 3rd and 10, and the call's still going to be. Y'all got it? Silver, Florida. Watch this scissors. Y'all got it. Sticks. What you want up front, Jeff? What they got up front? Yes, let's go Fresno. Sticks, Silver, Florida. Got you.
You heard Cole mention
some games up front.
You heard Cole mention before the timeout that Peter Dalmoy Paynu was inside, lined up against those guards. His quickness in there could really give them trouble. Let's see where he lines up. It looks like, based on where they're sort of mulling about, he's going to be inside.
There he is.
There he is, lined up on the guards.
Already with a couple sacks. Almost had his 3rd one. Ta'amu swarm back at the 11-yard line. That Battlehawks defense dialing up the heat on DC. Harris got there first, and Peter kept him company.
Mark, this is child's play. I mean, look how quickly he beats the guard and is able to get to Jordan Ta'amu. I mean, it's like against a bag or a cone. Ta'amu's got about half a second. It looked like a called quarterback draw, actually. He didn't even have a chance to get to that. Need some help on the interior. I think that's going to be job number 1, is figuring out how to help these guards and pass ball. Though we've seen Peter get pressure off the edge as well, too.
Fresh back at his own 42-yard line. Just the 4th punt of the game. And we're going to whistle down the field.
St. Louis.
Timeout. St. Louis, their second. 30 seconds.
Well, St. Louis calls timeout.
Thank you.
Listen, we're going to run Roger up our sideline. We're going to run Roger. We're running out of Wolf. Come on.
Let's go downstairs to Cole.
Let's do it, baby.
I'm here with Peter Tuamapeo. Tell me about lining up inside. What do you like about that? You got a nice win right there, but how do you feel about it?
Oh, so basically, like when we play teams, they started out 5-0 protection, which is good. Everybody started having one-on-one, but then they start sliding hard to my side with a chip. Now my coach wanted to put me on a 0, so to create that 5-0 protection, so everyone get one-on-one. But then, yeah, it kind of confused the offense a lot in there, but yeah, so.
Thank you, Peter.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Here's the return from Fresh. Inside the 50 on the 39-yard punt. Hey, here's week 2 UFL schedule. Friday night, DC Defenders, Columbus Aviators is on Fox. Next Saturday night on ESPN and the ESPN app, we have the Louisville Kings and Orlando Storm. Orlando and Louisville, both new squads this year. Next Sunday, Birmingham taking on Houston at 6 Eastern on NFL Network. And Tuesday the 7th, St. Louis Battlehawks taking on the Dallas Renegades, rounding out the schedule on FS1.
Mark, I absolutely love the ability to go and ask these players, because Peter took you inside the chess match that's happening with the pass pro between his defensive line, the St. Louis Battlehawks, and the DC Defenders offensive line. I mean, he told you, look, we're getting pressure when they were 5-0. That's man on man. Every single offensive lineman has one defensive lineman. They were having success, but when the chips and the slides started coming, when you bump him back inside, he gets everybody one-on-ones, and that's why you saw multiple guys win I just love the chess match, and the access is what allows you inside that chess match.
St. Louis seemed to be winning that chess match so far on that line. Pass complete to Latulis down the sideline for a first down. A little over 8 minutes to go. 17-yard pickup on the play. They're going to spot it just inside the 30. What do you make of the way Silvers has played so far in this start?
I think he's been pretty good when he's had time. Receivers just haven't caught the ball consistently, and he hasn't had time consistently.
Silver's going to hand it off to Kylan James, running over the right side of that offensive line. That was Latulis.
Range 51 wide. Range 51 wide. Range 51 wide.
Celtics lead up front. Rangers end around left.
Alert potential slot fade. No back.
Here we go. Monday. Ready, go. Hard.
Silvers hands it off. Nice cut inside by Latulis. Not much more after that, though. Brought down shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be third down coming up with a little over 7 minutes to go. A gain of 1.
Mark, before that last play, St. Louis only had 14 yards of rushing on offense, so it's been unsuccessful on the ground, which put a lot of pressure on Silvers.
Hey, 60 on one, ready? 60, yeah.
AJ, that little bit of that go-go, a little bit of that go-go offense right there on that last play?
It was something.
Howard in the backfield. He picks up the blitz. Silver's got it off in time into the end zone, but incomplete. No flag on the play. Frank Darby looking for one and won't receive it. Baker back there in coverage. Sets up 4th and 8.
We get a double move on the outside, but he's got the first down. If he wants to take it from the inside receiver, he could just deliver it to Blake Jackson and get it. Goes for the double move with pressure in his face. Or pressure coming from the backside, not quite able to complete it. The shot he went for kind of took away from the fact that he could have had that first down.
And as a result, Roddy Tucker McCann from 45 yards out. And he missed it right there, as Nelly might say. Don't forget, you can see Nelly at halftime, part of the halftime festivities. So an opportunity falling by the wayside for St. Louis. And here today's Impact Players brought to you by and presented by New Era.
Deion Jackson offensively for DC. Has been effective in spots. The numbers don't overwhelm you, but they found opportunities on drives to be able to run it. And with the inability to protect Jordan Ta'amu, they're going to need to run it a little bit more. And then on the other side, look at what Peter Damoe-Penu has done. 2.5 sacks already. Not even a halftime, Mark.
He's given that offensive line work.
He had 7.5 last year. He may hit that in this game.
Out here careering this afternoon. They run it away from him this time with Deion Jackson, who was brought down to the 39-yard line by Neil Farrell. 4-yard gain on the play for Jackson.
I wonder if we can ask Tyler if there's a live line on Peter sacks for the rest of the game.
Hey.
I'd take the over.
Well, Roddy, too, go back to what you said about Frank Keiss earlier. A couple of matchups between these teams a year ago, and they were proud to mention in our meetings, he only had 1 pressure in all of those games.
I have the turntables.
Yeah. Ta'amu flushed out of the pocket on the roof and pushed out of bounds at about the 36. They'll give him a favorable spot. Pita in pursuit.
And guess who flushes Jordan Ta'amu out of the pocket? It's Pita coming off that right side. Let's go ahead and walk that tackle back into the lap of the quarterback. He has had an absolute day. He's been a handful to deal with.
tell you this, though, Roddy, that defensive tackle lined up inside right there gets a lot of credit because he pulled the guard inside. That gave Pita a two-way go because he had space both inside and outside. Neither rush lane was clogged.
Pita off the field for this play, and they're going to run it, and they're going to come up a little bit short. Deion Jackson gained about 1 on the play, so an interesting 4th and short coming up for Shannon Harris.
Hey, punt. Hey, punt, be ready.
That sounds like he's going to call the timeout, try and draw him off sides.
St. Louis not going for the pump fake. They say no.
Might need to move that no punt line back to the 44-yard line so we get a go for it.
Next year?
Just keep creeping.
We got
it back.
Mike here. We got Mike here.
We got to be able to go for it here. Come on, Coach Harris.
Yeah, we'll put that in Mike Rapoli's suggestion box for next year.
He can't do that. Somebody got to see it. He's doing it before that. Hey, he can't do that. He did it before the play clock went out. He cannot do that.
Listen, we didn't see any timeouts.
How can we not see that?
We didn't grant a timeout to delay a game.
I get it. It's 4th down, but he can't do that. Hey, y'all, delay a game. Hey, punt.
Well, Shannon Harris had his punt team stay ready. Of course, the strategy was to try and draw St. Louis off sides, but he was obviously irate about something.
I think Jordan Williams, the linebacker, was motioning for the timeout, sort of mockingly, but that could have cost St. Louis a timeout, their last one.
Punt from the 25. Sean Fresh gets it up in the air for a while, comes down at the 12. Fresh brought down right there. Hey, tomorrow night, the final UFL kickoff weekend matchup. It's the debut of the Columbus Aviators, who take on the Orlando Storm at 8 Eastern, right here on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Columbus Aviators, coached by the legendary Ted Ginn Jr., Ohio State legend. He's a phenomenal NFL player as
played with
well.
Miami Dolphins for a while.
Yes, he did. And then on the other side, former St. Louis Battlehawks coach Anthony Becht with the Orlando Storm. Familiar name in a different place. One of 2 returning coaches in the UFL, taking on one of the 4 first-time head coaches.
3:41 to go until halftime. Pass complete out to the 28-yard line.
Fellas, I'm going to go to Mike Pierre and just ask him. I'm with Roddy. Jordan Williams was technically signaling timeout. Now, it was in mocking fashion, Mike. How do you judge that? How do you look at that if you see a player signaling timeout, but you know it's in somewhat of a mocking fashion?
Ready, go.
We'll get Mike in on that in a minute here. Pass complete at the 29. That's Pearson with a sweet catch and run. Short of the first down, picked up 6.
A couple of quick throws to start this drive for Brandon Silvers.
860 on one, ready?
Defenders have 1 timeout remaining. St. Louis also with a timeout remaining. Remember, we've already seen a 60-yard field goal for 4 points in this game. Silver's taking a shot down the sideline. Incomplete at the 33. Baker broke it up, intended for Darby. They've gone to Darby several times today. He's had a couple drops. And it continues to get targets, though.
He had an opportunity to make a play, but, I mean, you're going up against DeAndre Baker, 2-time All-UFL corner who gets a hand on that ball. I mean, if you're going to test anybody deep, I'd go to the other side. I'm not sure I'd keep going 2 as well.
Ready, go. Hey, 860, turbo. Ready, go.
Silvers got rid of it quickly, complete. and room to burn here for Jennings Jr. Still on his feet. Jennings pops the clutch. Down to the 1-yard line. But there's a flag on the play.
Everybody stop. I have roughing the pass for defense 45. We're just going to go half the distance from a dead ball spot. It'll be the 2-minute warning, correct?
That's correct, Adam.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 45. Penalty is half the distance to goal with an automatic first down. This is.
Well, we've hit the 2-minute warning. Big run that time.
The roughing the passer is going to come from this side, but you get 6 blitzers, which means there's 5 DBs to cover the 5 receivers. I just spotlighted DeAndre Baker. He misses the tackle, and because the other DBs are all occupied covering a receiver, it creates a big play. There's nobody else there. And you get Gary Jennings with a massive play for this St. Louis offense. And that's what happens against Blake Williams' defense. Sometimes you're going to run a 0 blitz, and if you miss a tackle, you could end up with a big play. St. Louis knocking on the door as we go to break.
Challenging. I'm challenging. Thank you, man. Thank you. Let's go, J-Bone. Let's go. Let's go. It's all right. Let's go. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep fighting, no. Give me one.
Hey, Mark, who do you think the head coach was so physical?
Yeah, he's a hyper as a heart attack down there. You got to love it. One.
Do it right on Denver on turbo ready.
1:51 to go in the first half. First and goal for the Battlehawks. Straight ahead, but not quite. Jarvion Howard stopped up by Curtis Jacobs. One of those 2 talented starting linebackers for the DC defenders. He and Brandon Smith, a good combo platter.
There you go.
That's a nice hit.
It is. It's a really nice job by the end on that side, slanting in and creating some penetration. Derek Roberson made that big pile.
Pistols, do it right on. Broncos on turbo, ready. Here we go, here we go.
Howard in the backfield. He gets the call. Nowhere to go, though. Stopped up short of the goal line. Curtis Jacobs goes 2 for 2 in tackles. He says, who's next?
You can see on this side, there's no respect for Brandon Silvers as a runner. You get crash down on the running back. If Silvers is able to pull that, he probably walks into the end zone, but you could tell there was no respect for the legs of Brandon Silvers. And now it sounds like St. Louis is going to try and put it in the air to get this thing in the end zone.
On 3rd and goal. They go trips left. Silvers trips, falls at the 9. It'll be 4th and goal. Derek Roberson was coming in hard. And a loss of 8.
I don't know if it was the snap or it looked like everybody was moving before the ball. That should have been a false start on St. Louis. That's one of those where Ricky Prohl, could you look?
That was an awkward looking play.
Well, just a phenomenal job, I would say, by the DC defenders in their defense. To have the ball placed basically inside of your own 10-yard line, inside of your own 5-yard line, to get the amount of stops that they just gotten. And I would say for St. Louis, this is the luxury of being able to play under center and not having your quarterback in shotgun or in a pistol formation.
And Harry, that's what I was going to ask Mike Pereira, because St. Louis would benefit by this being a false start. Mike, can they challenge a false start and say, hey, that was a false start on us? Let's get it third down.
They cannot. They can only challenge live ball situations. They can't challenge dead ball situations, especially those that will benefit them. So that is nothing that they can challenge, nothing that I can review.
As a result, Mike, 27-yard field goal attempt from McCann knocks it through. As St. Louis pulls a little bit closer, 10-6 to end the first half of play. A little bit of a disappointment, though, for the St. Louis Battlehawks, unable to get into the end zone, looking at 1st and goal after that great run from Gary Jennings Jr. Let's go downstairs to Cole.
Coach Pearl, I know you don't like the way that half ended. What did you see that you did like about the first half?
I just like how our guys are fighting. You know, it's 10-6. It's a, you know, we're playing. We got to improve some stuff. We got to correct some mistakes. We got to finish right down there on the goal line. But I just like how our defense fighting. They're playing their tails off to keep us in the ball game. We just got to make more plays on offense.
How do you find that? Is it more Brandon Silvers through the air? Is it trying to establish a little bit more on the ground?
Establish a run. We got to run the football. It's going to open up the pass game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's go over to Harry.
I'm here with Coach Harris. The defense has been phenomenal. The ball inside the 5-yard line to get 3 stops consecutively. What do you have to say about your defense, Coach?
Yeah, it's grit, man. Those guys showed a lot of grit right there. Toughness. They were physical at the point of attack right there. So that's something we talked about this game we're going to need until we get in rhythm offensively. But defense doing a great job of keeping us where we are. And we need more of it. Offense will pick up the rhythm in the second half. All right, then we can get out with a win.
I want to touch on your offense a little bit. That offensive line has given up 5 sacks to the St. Louis Battlehawks. What do you have to do differently in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to, toughen up inside a little bit, get the ball out a lot faster sometimes from Jordan. But guys are getting open, unclear. We can't have drops as well and then make the quarterback feel uncomfortable and hold the ball a little longer. So we just got to clean a few things up, get back in rhythm, and I feel good about coming out the second half.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks a lot, Harry. Well, it's 10-6 on the field, and it's getting hot in her. A little bit of a tease that Nelly's coming up at halftime. The UFL. Nelly with a great performance a moment ago at halftime, getting the crowd all amped up and hyped up for the second half of play. In this rematch between the semifinal last year, a year ago it was DC winning to move on and ultimately win the championship. Mark Jones, he's Roddy Jones, Cole Kubelik, and Harry Douglas down in the field. Roddy, a rather low-scoring first half. What do you expect to see remedied and look differently in the third quarter here?
Well, I think it's different for each team. For DC, offensively, they've been able to create some rhythm by running the football and mitigating that St. Louis pass rush, which is giving them a ton of trouble in the first half. And then for St. Louis, they're going to have to find some balance because for them, it hasn't been nearly as smooth sailing. We saw our first 60-yard field goal in the history of all of football, 60-yard four-point field goal, excuse me. And then DC was able to get inside the 5-yard line before Deion Jackson eventually able to punch it in. For St. Louis, this was the biggest play that they had all day. Gary Jennings able to get down inside the 5-yard line. They were stopped twice on first and second down, and then a little bit of miscommunication on third down. Ended up in a sack and an eventual field goal attempt. So I think for both teams, it starts with balance, Mark.
Let's go downstairs to Cole for more.
Well, I had a chance to hang out in the St. Louis Battlehawks locker room at halftime. Ricky Pearl talking about that balance that Roddy mentioned. Offensively said we have to find some semblance of a run game to be able to balance out the pass rush, the pressures. Said he's really proud of the defense. Tackling he feels good about. Said when they've been in rhythm, they've been able to take it away from that DC offense. So Ricky Pearl excited about the defense, but wants to see some balance on offense. Harry, what'd you pick up from that DC locker room at the half?
Yeah, I was on the offensive side, and the offensive coordinator, Fred Keiss, basically talked about, hey, guys, we got to run the football. That's going to be at the forefront of everything that they do in the second half, but also that quick game. Utilize the quick game a little bit, get the ball out of Jordan Ta'amu's hands. But then also, guys, their touchdown drive, it was involved with tempo. Tempo is something that offensive coordinator Fred Keiss said that they did not stop. So you look forward to seeing more of that in the second half.
Right, some great resonating sound from the field. Let's listen in to the best sound from the first half.
Let's win. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Hey, Matt, that's a free throw. He made that look too easy. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. He can't do that. That's us. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. No. God. Give me one. Let's go. Good job. That's what I'm talking about.
You talk about energy and boundless access like no other professional sports league here in the UFL. As we get ready to start the third quarter play, interesting insights from both Harry and Cole on the sidelines. The common denominator, Roddy, as mentioned, neither team able to run the ball well. 35 yards on the ground for DC, just 18 for St. Louis.
And it's led for a total of 8 sacks in the game between both teams. So yeah, running the football. The interesting note was Harry's note about DC's tempo on their touchdown drive. I think that was great insight to pick up because we haven't seen either team really get into it consistently except for on that one drive.
Defenders will have the football first here in the second half. This is Valladay on the kickoff return. Right up the middle and rocked just shy of the 30-yard line. Take a look at the respective quarterbacks and what they did in that first half. Of course, the sack numbers a little bit too high for both of them. Ta'amu taking 5 sacks, 2 of them coming from Pita defensively from the Battlehawks.
And those sacks have come from all over, from the outside, particularly from Pita, but on the interior as well. Those guards struggled at times. So getting Deion Jackson to be the MVP of this half for DC offensively, I think that's going to be the key.
They tell us that he's special. He's got a unique talent. Let's look at Deion Jackson out of Duke University, the Atlanta native, on 1st and 10. Jackson going to get a touch here and runs for a first down beyond the 45. Picked up 11, so right to the running game.
Yeah, and watch the block by the backside guard, Jahari Branch, who just runs Taylor Stallworth right by where Deion Jackson wants to go. That cutback, when he gets his shoulder square, he's dangerous.
Ta'amu keeps it. There's a flag down. Ta'amu pushed out of bounds at about the 47.
Number 71, 10-yard penalty. It's first down.
And it didn't seem like Seth Williams, the receiver that Jordan Ta'amu was looking for, it didn't seem like he got the call, but that was an RPO. He's out there blocking with his back turn, so Ta'amu had nowhere to go with the ball.
Yeah, he got the R. He didn't get the PO, though.
As a receiver, Harry, I feel like the PO is the part that you want to hear the most.
I would rather block than catch passes, guys.
He got
2026.
Said no receiver ever.
Ta'amu started the first half 6 for 6 into traffic and picked off at the 43-yard line by Miles Sims. And it's time for a photo op.
Well, they're trying to hit a sluggo, which is a slant and go. Miles Sims just sinks, and then there's a player underneath as well. There's no real window for Jordan Ta'amu to throw this ball, and he overthrows it over the head of the receiver, and Miles Sims is able to pick it off. Not sure if it was a misread by Ta'amu, or he didn't see Sims, or there was something that led him that way, but there was nowhere to go with that football, and it's the second interception of the day for Ta'amu.
See what Brandon Silvers can do here to start the second half. Yeah, 2 passes dropped on him on the opening drive to start the game. This pass a little bit low and incomplete for Pearson.
Yes, sir. Down here with DC defender Miles Sims, obviously still getting some credit for that interception. Tell me what you saw, how you were able to make that play.
I went through my progression, my reads. I saw what I had to see. Quarterback gave me my keys. He put it up there, and I went and got it. So that's how we make plays. Got to keep it going.
You guys have been really close on big plays multiple times today. Was that an emphasis coming in the game plan?
That's the standard. We playmakers. We make plays. To go in the game and not make plays, that's below the standard, below the expectation. So we got to keep rising the bar and win the game.
Thanks, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Big play a moment ago on that pick.
Cole, you should have asked him how that Georgia Tech education comes. Read the defense. That, I think, is what put him over the top.
Must have been it.
I was waiting on that. We're sitting on that fastball.
Here we go. 60-14-01. Ready?
This is an interesting situation because if St. Louis gains 6 yards, they're now at the 50-yard line, and they have to go for it on 4th down.
Ready, go.
Remember, that's one of the new rules. You can't punt once you cross the 50. That pass, not even close, incomplete at the 42. Broken up by Conley. Didn't even have to be broken up. It was intended for McBride. So they'll punt here. Ryan Sanborn coming in.
I know, I missed it.
Commander Silver's telling his offensive coordinator, A.J. Smith, he knows that he missed it. A couple passes he missed on that one that were a little bit off.
Here's the punt. Fair catch called. Did it hit somebody? It's loose. Did it hit a DC player or a St. Louis player? We'll have to wait and see. Looked like it hit a DC player. Micah Baskerville. And if that's the case, it's live. Still sorting it out down there. Well, a tenuous moment there on the 36-yard punt. And there's a look at Baskerville, the guy that it went off of. 1st and 10 for Coach Harris's squad when we come back.
Welcome back to the UFL on ESPN. Tyler Fulgham here, your in-game betting analyst. And live odds right now on DraftKings for this game clearly favor the DC Defenders. They've increased those odds even more from the start of the game because of the way this has gone so far. Really a lack of offense from the Battlehawks. We've seen a few plays, at least from the Defender side. I want to talk about the total, though, real quick. If you go to DraftKings Sportsbook, the live total all the way down to 36.5. So we are down a touchdown from the pregame total. It might be an opportunity to bet the over. I think we see some scoring here in the second half. That was one of my favorite bets, is that the second half is a higher scoring half than the first half. So I'm tempted now to go over 36.5 to correlate that with one of my pregame wagers.
And we've been waiting for the offense to kick in too. 1st and 10. Defenders keep it on the ground. Nowhere to go for Abram Smith. Stopped up by Jordan Williams as we take a look at today's live odds update. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
You could really see St. Louis selling out to stop that run on 1st down.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. Tomu nowhere to go. Another sack for St. Louis. Steve Linton there to finish the job.
Well, it's a rollout, and watch how many guys Steve Linton fights through to get this sack. He first contacts the offensive tackle, then gets off the running back. And it's really a comfort sack, because on that rollout, Jordan Tomu should have somebody to go to throw the ball. There's nobody there, nobody open. Sets up a 3rd and 20, and St. Louis has an opportunity to get off the field and get their offense great field position.
Yeah, Roddy, if the quarterback is going to roll to the left side of the field, Kiki QT in the slot ran a corner route. But you can't inside release. You have to outside release so you don't get lost in the shuffle so the quarterback can see you at all times.
Now they got to delay the game, knock it back even further. You cannot throw the ball here. You've already given up 6 sacks. There's no way you can drop back the pass.
Keep an eye on Pita. Didn't get their pass incomplete at the 11, intended for Seth Williams. It'll be 4th and forever to go for DC. And they'll have to punt.
They didn't quite get there, but that pocket was quickly collapsing. And yeah, there was an open man, but they're going to be nowhere near the 1st down.
Interestingly enough, I can tell you guys the emphasis from Corey Tamlin, the defense coordinator of the Battlehawks at halftime, was don't give that kid from Auburn so much space to work with. Talking about Seth Williams, but 3rd and long obviously didn't matter quite as much.
They tried to come underneath. Hooks from his own end zone. A towering punt. Comes down to the 44. Well covered, but a couple of missed tackles. And the return back out to the 44 by Son Fresh. Well, this year's NFL Draft is in Pittsburgh. The 3-day event begins Thursday, April 23rd at 8 Eastern. And we'll have every pick once again on ESPN. It's also available on the NFL Network, and in all ways, ABC's coverage focuses on the prospect's journey to the draft.
We know it's going to be Fernando Mendoza at 1. The question is, who goes second? David Bailey out of Texas Tech getting a lot of hype. Arvell Reese, I don't think you can count him out because of everything that he can do.
Swing pass complete to Pearson, tackled immediately by Conley. Loss of 3.
It's a really nice play by the corner. He just defeats the block immediately. Garyon Conley, another one of those DC corners that was drafted in the first round. Conley out of Ohio State was on that 2014 national championship team. First round pick in 2017 by Oakland, making a big impact play on first down.
Ready, ready, go.
Brandon Silvers out of the shotgun. Swings it out complete. That's Latulis. Got a lot of room. Down the sidelines. It'll be 1st and goal for the Battlehawks. Casey Rogers saved the touchdown with the tackle. A gain of 43.
You get blitzes off both edges, Mark, and then the running back comes out, and the only guy that's there to cover him is a defensive tackle. He doesn't go with them, and there's nobody there. A nice read by Brandon Silvers. Good job picking up the blitzes. A nice read by Silvers. And a big play, another big play gets St. Louis inside the 5-yard line. Remember, 3 plays, no touchdown the last time they were inside the 10. Can they punch it in this time? Can you get any semblance of a run game?
Ready, ready, go.
On 1st and goal, flags down.
False start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's against Bradley Ashmore of Vanderbilt.
I didn't. He just ran with I know. Race red 3 week. Race red 3 week. Race red 3 week. Race red 3 week. Get on to the next play. Race red 3 week.
On the trade strike. Flip 51. On 1, ready. Flip 51. Flip 51.
Blake Williams calling out the defense.
Turbo, turbo. Ready, ready, go.
Pulls it out, pass complete. Neville, touchdown! Tyler Neville. Well, there's the offense finally showing up for St. Louis.
Really nice play call. One read for Brandon Silvers. He's going to Neville all the way. You get a couple blockers out front. And the sort of flex tight end is able to get into the end zone. A.J. Smith talked to us about how much he liked his tight end group. Tyler Neville and James Bostic, more big body receiver, almost type bodies that can get out and do some damage in space. Neville does it there.
Neville began his football journey at Harvard. Played there from 21 to 23, then finished up at the University of Virginia. Taking the extra point. 1 from 33 yards out. One more look at the touchdown. Catch and run by Tyler Neville. Tyler, the teacher. St. Louis with the lead.
I got A.J. Smith. I got Brandon Silvers, offense coordinator, quarterback here for the Battlehawks. We're not going to be able to see this there. We're going to try to get the shot from the back. Take me through this play. It's a 2-point conversion.
That was a touchdown. So what happened here was this is nothing different. Post wheel mesh. Shout out Hal Mummy. So we shifted into the boundary, FIB. We knew the motioning. They were trying to adjust. The mesh got walled, the post got walled. They let our tight end right there. Brandon did a great job seeing it, getting to the wheel route for the touchdown.
Here's the pit view, which is always the better view, right?
Yeah, well, you know, we got to see offensive lineman's eyes. So we full slid the line there. So we're going to slide all 6. And see, that's not even really a play fake. That's full slide, but that illusion of going right to left kind of gives that sort of back and freeze. And Brandon does a good job sticking it out.
Brandon, is that just one read for you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, wide rim, try to fake it, get a little action going left, and then hit the wheel with the tight end.
Was that set up earlier in the game by something else?
It was set up by not punching it in on the goal line, that they got a little cocky over there thinking they can just stuff our run, so we needed to pass and do something else. I'm still pissed off about that. Sorry, Battlehawk Nation. We'll have something better next down there on the goal line, but first game, give me a slight break. But we're back and we're up on this game, and we got to finish.
Thanks, AJ.
Thank you.
Tight, 71, all gator.
Hey, A.J. Smith bringing some smoke right there. First of all, what about the shout-out to Hal Mummy, right? First. Yeah. And then finishing up with his apologies for the first half, unable to get it in the red zone and fixing and rectifying it there.
It was set up by us not being able to get it there before. You think that's rankled him, and it's not going to annoy him all week long?
St. Louis with the lead. Ta'amu trying to counter. Fires a dart complete to Ty Scott.
Ace left. Lady. Lady. Lady.
Blade. Lady. 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 Here you go, lady.
On 2nd and 5, they keep it on the ground with Deion Jackson. Great second effort. Sets up a 3rd and short. As a result, spun out of traffic to pick up about 3 on the play.
If it's not the same thing they just ran, just going the other way. Lady was inside zone to the left. Will Roger be inside zone to the right?
On the RPO, Ta'amu slides in safely at the 46, but moves the sticks on the gain of 6.
I like it. You had a little zone read on that one. The defensive end, Travis Feeney crashes down. Jordan Ta'amu, who doesn't pull it off and pulls the ball, and is able to get the first down.
Yeah, I think it's one of these games he's going to have to pull it and run it and utilize his legs in this game running.
Ta'amu going to suffer another sack. That's Sean Fresh coming off the corner. Boy, they haven't gotten it solved on that offensive line yet.
No, they have not, and that's it's one of the downsides of tempo. You go fast with a condensed formation, and that nickel is in a place where he could very easily blitz. By the time Ta'amu realizes it, it's too late.
Fresh out of Rice University. Austin, Texas native. On 2nd and 16, it's going to be Deion Jackson again. Got 2. So 3rd and long. And a reminder as we approach midfield now, the defenders, once they hit midfield and cross it, they can't punt.
Also, Phil's quick injury update. Cameron Kelly, free safety for the Battlehawks. He is out for the rest of the game with the knee.
But we talked to Fred Kais about these types of situations. He mentioned maybe taking a shot here because you don't want a 6-yard or an 8-yard gain and having to go for it on 4th and 5.
Ta'amu has a man, and it's caught at the 39-yard line by Seth Williams in rush hour traffic. He squeezes it for 19 yards.
Well, it's a nice job. You're going to see the in-breaking route. First off, Jordan Ta'amu has a little bit of time, the ability to move around the pocket, delivers accurately.
Taking a shot down the sidelines. That incomplete. His receiver, Ty Scott, never had a chance. Miles Sims back there defending. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, 5:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. Opening weekend of UFL action.
Ace right, Roger. Come on, ready.
From the 39.
Last time we had that one-word call, Roger. Ended up being a keeper by Jordan Ta'amu on a zone read.
There it is again, Roddy. You called it. But they might have been sitting on it this time. Well defended by Jordan Mosley, who came up from a safety spot, limiting that gain to just 2.
I would have loved it if Ta'amu, once he comes off the fake, instead of trying to beat Mosley to the corner, put your foot in the ground and get up the field. It would have invited a little more contact, but he would have gotten more yardage as well. Now, this 3rd down situation, how aggressive Shannon Harris would be if they can get it to a 4th and short.
Remember, they've crossed the 50. They can't punt. Ta'amu checks it down at the 40. Jackson out of the backfield, brought down immediately at the 37 by Ojemudia.
Pretty good protection for Ta'amu to be able to work through his progressions. And then a nice open field tackle by the corner. He sets up a long field goal, going to be a 55-yarder.
Hey, flew from 60.
5 yards short of a 4-pointer, but this one a long 3.
Matt McCrane. He's already connected from 60. And he sends it off the upright. In a game of inches, he could have been a little bit more to the left. One more look.
We're being blessed by the special teams gods. We had a 60-yarder with 4 points. Now we get a long doink.
Wow.
Off the upright. Just barely doesn't sneak in inside that left upright.
Had much distance on that. More than enough. And Ricky Prohl, just if you didn't already know, it was no good. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45 for the Battlehawks.
Ready, go. Hot.
They run the screen complete to Howard out of the backfield, makes the catch down to the 48-yard line. If you didn't think that there was a little bit of a rivalry already between these two teams, the St. Louis media, social media, said, pardon me, it was the DC social media said, we're ready to reclaim what's ours tomorrow. This was yesterday.
Right.
And it said, taking on the St. Louis Battle Chickens.
It's very disrespectful. Chickens are flightless birds.
Hey.
Ready, go.
And you've got the Hawks, which are high-flying birds.
Hey, it's not me saying it. It's social media from the DC Defenders. At the 48-yard line, it's Howard. Good for 3.
It's always good when those social media departments like to chirp and put the graphics up and put them out. They don't have to get out there and put the pads on. Like,
all right, let's go.
Guys back it up.
That's what I was thinking, Cole.
Smoke right, smoke right,
That's a good point,
right. Smoke right, to roll. Smoke right, to roll. Smoke, right, to roll.
If you're DC here and you can create a negative play, St. Louis has to go for it because they've crossed the 50 even if you get a sack.
Silvers, clean pocket, connects at the 43. Good for 9, and they move the chains. James Bostic with the catch.
Look at the eyes of Silvers. He starts over here and then works back this way. Nice job of settling in the hole by James Bostic as well to get the first down.
Well, that side of the offensive line did a good job of sort of sorting out a little bit of a late twist off the left edge as well.
Ready, go. Hot.
Latulis in the backfield on the little counter. Stopped up. His forward progress will take him to the 41-yard line. Curtis Jacobs making the tackle on the 2-yard gain.
Don't turn.
Jacobs and Brandon Smith, tandem of talented linebackers for the Defenders.
Here we go. You got it. X true streak over there. Hey, trips right up. 860. On one, right? True streak. Bender.
St. Louis in an empty formation. 5 receivers out on this play. Silvers got it there just in time to Blake Jackson, who hung on to it. Bryce Thompson closing quickly, though, Roddy.
Closing very quickly. But Silvers sees the route. It just hooks up and drives this ball before Thompson's able to get there. Fits it in a very small window.
580. Z Howard. On one, ready? Z Howard. Yeah. Z Howard. On the wheel. Monday. Ready.
Blake
Go.
Jackson in the backfield, number 8.
There he is. Latulis stopped up by Curtis Jacobs.
I think they're going to try to hurry this up, guys, and go for it. I saw Coach Down. Just give him the twirl it up. Let's go.
They're going to do it quick from the 34.
Ready, go. Hot. Easy.
Or not. That's the end of the first 45 minutes of play. 1 quarter to go. The 3-1-4 crew surging ahead with a 3-point lead in this period. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter.
Back at the Battle Dome, Battlehawks up 13-10. Head coach Ricky Proehl, you got a 4th and 1 here. Why are you deciding to go for it?
Well, it's not a give-me kick. It's a 50, 51, 52-yarder, and it's a game of momentum, man, and I just feel like we've got it right now. We got to take advantage of the field position and convert, man. We got to put more points on the board.
Thanks, Coach.
We got it.
Gotta love Coach Proehl's energy, being aggressive.
Here we go. Here we go. It's going to be trace left, wide slow-mo, Denver punch. Hang on. Denver punch, okay? Denver punch. Yes, I'm taking it. Okay. Trace left, wide slow-mo, Denver punch. On one, ready?
From the lips of Brandon Silvers, the quarterback. 4th and 1.
Ready. Go. Hard.
Across the formation, that's going to be enough for the first down, and then some. Jarvian Howard still on his feet inside the 20. An incredible effort to pick up 14 on the play.
You can hear Brandon Silver saying that he was changing the play. It's a little quick handoff, and then the effort of Jarvian Howard is able to get this first down. Nice job by the right side of that offensive line. Spencer Rowland and Mike Panashuk, who open up the hole. And then the running back out of Alcorn State is able to create a big play on that momentum that Ricky Proehl was talking about.
It's all getting downhill. Marshawn Lynch, I'm going to run through your face. No patting my feet. Downhill, baby.
Here's Howard again. Down to the 13. Got a late flag on the play as well.
Oh, it's a great set.
Gain of 6.
Oh, you got a UNR defense number 50?
Yeah, the head. We'll go half the distance from the end of the run.
Copy that.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 50. Penalty is half the distance to the goal with an automatic first down.
You heard the penalty is going to move the ball all the way down to the 7.
Well, you're going to see the run. But watch this interaction right in the middle of your screen. Tyler Neville gets close, and then the Oscar goes to. I mean, there's a little bit there. There's a little bit there from Derek Roberson. He does have his hands up in the face of Tyler Neville and push. But as Cole said,
Rick Flair would have been proud of that set.
It's a great set. And Michael B. Jordan would have had a little competition there for best actor.
No doubt. Jarvian Howard again out of Alcorn State, native of Columbia, Mississippi. Second year with St. Louis. Ran for 310 yards last year and 3 touchdowns, got 2. 2nd and goal coming up.
Jay Smith mentioned in that interview with Cole earlier, they set up that other touchdown by the overconfidence of DC thinking they could stop. Last time we got that Denver punch, little handoff to the right side.
There it is between the tackles, down to the 2-yard line. That was Harris, Rajay Harris.
I'm going to tell you guys, we mentioned a lot about the backs, the O-line, short yardage situations for St. Louis on this drive. Tyler Neville has really become a big part of the split zone, where you run the ball to the right, he comes across to the left. It was a big part of why they converted the 4th and 1 and why they've had success on a couple other runs on this drive. Keep an eye on 81 and what he does for the offense on this play.
Yeah, unsung hero.
Can also slip the tight end out on that split zone too, and a little play action.
He goes in motion this time, and boy, they blew it up in the backfield. All the way back at the 7-yard line. Derek Robertson and Brandon Smith got Harris.
Right up the middle. Brandon Smith's got a great time on the snap. And the offensive line's not able to react. I think you're looking at that if you're St. Louis and saying we got to vary the snap count there because it felt like Brandon Smith had a beat on it, created the negative play. And once again, an inside the 10-yard opportunity is going to end in a field goal attempt for St. Louis. Nice job by Blake Williams' defense.
Struggling again in the red zone if you're St. Louis. 23-yard field goal attempt coming from Tucker McCann. Knocks it right between the pipes. Giving the home team a 6-point lead. Just underway here in the final 4th quarter. Back after this.
We're live in the 4th quarter, just under 12 minutes to go. Battlehawks 16, DC Defenders 10. defensive coordinator Blake Williams. The second time today, your defense inside the 5-yard line in the tight red zone was able to get stops. What led to those 2 stops?
You know, I mean, that's just been our mentality all year long. We were a really, really good defense last year, and if you looked at the one kind of weakness on us, it was inside the 5-yard line, inside the 5-yard line. So we practiced a ton of it all training camp. We talked about it all off season, is we got to defend every blade of grass down there, and so those guys have done that. They've aggressively defended every blade of grass and knocked the ball back and stopped these runs.
Moving forward to get this win, what must your defense do?
You got to take the ball away. You got to take the ball away. Their defense is taking the ball away a couple times today. We've got to take the ball away.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Looking for a couple of plays on that side of the ball. Defenders offense will have the ball here in a minute. Down by 6. The defending champs were eager to get to St. Louis and stand on business, defend their title. On the return, it's Valade. Cuts back nicely. There's a flag down all the way back at the 26-yard line, though.
2 flags. Y'all got a double team block? What we got? Holding number 6 during the return. During the return, holding receiving team number 6, 10 yards from the 30 back to the 20. Number 6 was the number? Number 6, yes.
During the return, holding receiving team number 6, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So we're going to bring back that 45-yard return. Hey, coming up today, the Women's Sweet 16 continues with Oklahoma facing number 1 seed South Carolina at 5 Eastern. We cap the day with Cinderella, Virginia and TCU at 7:30. Don Staley looking for another national championship, the Hall of Famer. Man, best coach in the biz.
Their South Carolina team has been an absolute wagon in this tournament so far. Feels like they're on a collision course with UConn.
Yeah.
That's the game we're all looking forward to, but they got to get past Oklahoma first.
On the run, out to the 24-yard line, that's Jackson. You know, I just turn on the TV to see what Don Staley, what kind of Balenciaga, or what kind of Gucci, or what kind of Louis Vuitton she's wearing. That's what it's all about for me.
I hear you.
You got it. You feel me, right, Harry?
Expensive taste, man. I understand.
Expensive resume, too.
Hey, Harry, Mark and Don Staley shop in the same store, so.
Between the tackles, Jackson plowing forward for a few yards. Got about 3. Sets up 3rd down. How does this defender's offense get on track, Roddy? I mean, they had the opening drive, but outside of that, not much.
I think finding ways to run the ball. You know, we've gone back to it consistently. And on this drive, a couple of nice runs get you to the point where it's 3rd and long. Now can you convert? Jordan Thomas' legs big here, too.
They're going to keep it on the ground. It's going to be close. Jackson, they're going to mark it short of the 1st down. At about the 29.5, A.J. Thomas making the tackle.
Let's see how close he gets. Jackson puts his head down. And it does appear, yeah, that ball is short when it goes down. Let's go to our true line. Short by 14 inches.
That's not even close.
No.
So in comes Paxton Brooks out of Tennessee. Punting from his own 15-yard line. The defenders down by 6. Here on opening weekend in St. Louis. A spiral high down to the 33. Fielded cleanly by Fresh. It'll be 1st and 10 from there on the 49-yard punt. Time out on the field. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
All right, Battlehawks tight end Tyler Neville. First off, I got to find out what is happening right here.
Just having a little fun. Probably can't repeat what I'm saying, but.
Okay, but hold on. You're walking in motion. You don't walk in motion.
They're letting me look cool. Why? Slow-mo. I get to just have fun with the defense. It's honestly one of my favorite plays.
So the slow-mo, that's an actual call.
Yeah, and I get to have some swag with it. I mix it up every time. Next week it'll be different. Maybe I probably shouldn't say it on air, but it'll be different, yeah.
Now, what about the personal foul, too, and when you get touched and you go down?
Oh, he actually really hit me. I mean, he did hit me. He was excited. You know, I think he's having some fun out there, maybe a little too much. Cost him more, yeah.
No future WWE for Tyler Neville, though.
No. He definitely hit me. A little bit of a sell, but, yeah, he hit me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
See, Cole worked him over good. He came clean at the end. Said there was a little bit of a sell.
We know, Tyler. We know.
We saw it.
Well, he's been, Cole mentioned it, he's been a heck of a part of this offense here as the game's gone on. Caught the touchdown pass, obviously, earlier in the game. I'd like to see him more involved in the pass game as that weapon, but it's done a nice job blocking here in the second half.
St. Louis up 6.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Empty formation, 5 receivers. Defenders looking to take the ball away. Dropped again. This one from Gary Jennings. Well, let's bring in Tyler right now.
Yeah, guys, I want to jump in here. A couple
brought to you
things.
by DraftKings.
Roddy, our over, is on life support, mostly due to the fact that St. Louis has really struggled to punch the ball in when they've been near the goal line. We were talking to Coach Blake Williams about the stops they've gotten there. But when Matt McCrane missed that field goal down 13-10 and St. Louis got the ball back, they became a favorite on the live line for the first time. That's now jumped up to a 5.5-point favorite. Remember, before this game started, the Battlehawks were a 4.5-point underdog, but in this second half, they flipped the script, and right now the defenders are on life support as St. Louis is driving yet again.
All right, Tyler, 9-yard gain on the play by St. Louis.
Tyler, I'm not giving up hope on our over. I'm not giving up hope. St. Louis has been able to move the ball, got to punch it in the end zone when they get down there. Maybe we get a response from DC. Not giving up yet.
Turbo. Let's go. Turbo. Ready,
3rd and 1. And they're going to pick up the first down. Well, that was today's update by DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings is the official sports betting partner of the UFL, and new customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use promo code UFL when you sign up.
Tampa, Lizard, on one, ready? Tampa. Ready, go. Hot.
This is going to be Howard again. Stopped up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Anderson.
They can't do that. That's illegal. They can't do that. They can't do that. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal.
What is illegal?
Tush push is illegal.
It's not
They can't do quarterback.
Listen.
Shannon Harris really passionate about something down there. Shot downfield and incomplete at the 15-yard line.
So Shannon Harris was upset, saying that the conversion on 3rd down was a tush push. I thought it was a regular quarterback sneak. There's no one pushing Brandon Silvers forward. That's just a quarterback sneak. That's not a tush push. Yeah. There's nobody behind him. The left tackle was a little slow off the ball, but it's illegal to aid a runner in going forward. But a quarterback sneak?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do that.
Richard Garage, that left tackle, is the only thing he could have seen, Rodney, up with you. That maybe it looked like he kind of piggybacked on the guard to get an extra push, but otherwise, nothing nefarious at all there.
I didn't see anybody touch his tush there.
Timeout. DC.
3rd and 10.
They're first. 30 seconds.
Touching. No.
Quarterback center.
Yeah, and that's one of the rules this year in UFL. No tush push allowed. Well, tomorrow night, the final UFL kickoff weekend matchup. It's the debut of the Columbus Aviators taking on the Orlando Storm at 8 Eastern time right here on ESPN and the ESPN app. Orlando, one of the new franchises.
Mark, again, we're in this situation. We're in this area. It's 3rd and 10 from the minus 47. If you gain 4 yards, you're now 4th and 6 from the plus 49, and you can't punt. 4th and 6 is not a high percentage down when it comes to conversions. So if you're the Battlehawks, the worst thing you can do is gain just over 4 yards. You want to either get the first down or get close to the first down, or have something that keeps you on the backside of the 50 so you can punt.
Coach Ricky Prohl having a conversation with the official.
It's third down.
Stevie, good route. Here we go. Hey, 61 on one, right?
Ricky Prohl threw the challenge flag. Only one challenge per game for these teams, whether you win it or not, and so sets up the 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Ready, go.
7:04 to go. Defenders need to stop. On the quick out pass, incomplete. So the defenders' defense will get off the field. 4th down coming up. Casey Rogers deflected that pass.
It sounded like some of the confusion, guys, was that because the Battlehawks won the previous challenge, that they would have another between the staff down here on the sideline.
And honestly, that incompletion is maybe a better outcome than catching the ball where the receiver was. He was on about the plus 48-yard line, which would have set up a 4th and 5 without the ability to punt.
End over end punt by Sanborn. Comes down to Kuti and brought down inside the 15-yard line. Let's listen in to head coach Ricky Prohl after this announcement.
So we're going to go from the end of the kick, right? So during the kick,
left spot, Joe, hold your spot.
20, and then we're going to go half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick, correct?
That's correct, Adam.
During the kick, personal foul, face mask, receiving team number 20. That penalty would bring forced half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. DC ball, 1st down.
Let's listen in to head coach Ricky Prohl.
Let's go. Oh, we need you. Let's go. Yeah, we got to get it in. God, come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Boom. No good. No good. Wear them down. Let's go. Wear them down.
Energy from Ricky Prohl you've seen throughout this game, and his first game as a head coach.
Yeah.
It's kind of emblematic of the passion, the energy that everyone in this league plays with, and the passion and the energy around this league right now.
He's a hero in this town, has one of the biggest catches in St. Louis Rams football history. Defenders 96 yards away. Ta'amu, no one to pass it to, and it's brought down for a gain of about 2 on the play. He's talking about Ricky Prohl and where he lives in St. Louis football history. The result of this catch in the NFC Championship game in 1999. Down the sidelines, Roddy, for the score. Look at that.
That's just a great one-on-one. Kurt Warner to Ricky Prohl, the old school jerseys. Football doesn't get any better than that. What a play in that NFC Championship game. And what a team that team had.
That really underscores just what a great sports town St. Louis is, and the UFL well positioned here. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have a player down in the field for the defenders. Looks like Michael Maedi out of Missouri, the starting center. And if he's got to come out of the game for a play or two, Roddy, that's a delicate position to have to sub somebody in at, right?
Very delicate. The interior of that offensive line has struggled in the first half. It's going to get rolled up on very aggressively. That is a terrible feeling for an offensive lineman. He's walking off the field. You hope he's going to be okay, but this offensive line's been much better in the second half, containing the pressure. Now the receivers have got to go out there and make plays. They can find a way to get something going on the ground. Been saying that all half. It's still paramount, even as we're under 7 minutes left in the game.
You get a new center, you're going to be undergunned going into the St. Louis Battlehawks, maybe the loudest part of this crowd as well.
Steven Lasoya out of Vanderbilt is in to snap the football. Clean exchange. Tamu under duress. Tried to make the move but couldn't get away. Brought down at the 8-yard line by A.J. Thomas. So third down coming up on the gain of 2.
Well, it's a max protect. It's just a 2-man route. Everybody else is blocking. There's absolutely nobody open. Cover 4, you got both safeties deep. You got both corners back there. Tamu tries to get something, but he's not able to. The question is going to be, where is Peter Damoipenu? Looks like he's lined up in the interior of that offense, right over that new center.
Why not?
Defenders getting lined
right
up
in the
late.
middle, over the center.
They just got the playoff in time, or maybe they didn't.
I got a delay
Clock
game.
ran dangerously low on them.
Delay of game. Offense. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. It's third down.
Now, Shannon Harris was so excited about his receivers room going into the game, but to be honest, they haven't come up with the requisite plays yet.
There was 7 first downs in the first quarter from this DC offense, only 2 in the last 2.5 quarters. See what they do with Damoipenu once again lined up in the interior of that offensive line. You said it, Cole. Why not? Challenge the new center.
Tamu just gets it off and way off target, uncatchable. It'll be fourth down. They'll have to punt from the shadows of their own goalposts. Harris with pressure off the edge.
And he had to throw right away. If he throws it right now, the receiver's coming out of his break, but there's a window there. Once he hesitated on that, everything was gone. Just has to throw it out of bounds. And again, St. Louis should get pretty good field position. And this Battlehawks defense, I feel like they might be the MVPs of the game so far with their ability to get after Tamu and then settle down in the second half.
Maxon Brooks kicking 9 yards deep in his end zone. Gets off a good punt out to midfield at about the 48. Fresh on the return. Runs it all the way back to the 35.
We have 10 players on the field, correct?
There was only 10 players.
I've got. And we need 7 on the line?
36. Yeah, this guy over here moved up, though.
He did move up.
Well, I don't know. You tell me. I was back here.
Matt, did your guy move up or was he in the backfield? You had your end on.
Okay.
Okay, so no flash.
No flag. First down, St. Louis.
After discussion, there is no foul on the play. First down, St. Louis.
Love that kind of access.
Pretty generous by the referees because it did look like that guy was off the line.
Hey, this is our NBA Saturday matchup. Eastern Conference leading Pistons in Minneapolis taking on Julius Randle and the Timberwolves at 5:30 Eastern time. The NBA Countdown crew tips off coverage at 5. And boy, the Pistons under J.B. Bickerstaff playing great basketball. He's my vote for Coach of the Year. Playing without Cade Cunningham, their best player right now, and more than just treading water, surviving.
Yeah, he's done a great job. Lost in that discussion, though, with the referees. DC only had 10 guys on the field on a crucial backed-up punt. They got the punt off, but big miss.
Battlehawks trying to seal the deal right now. And a spirited run by Latulis. Picked up 6. DC with 2 timeouts remaining. Down by 6.
Here we go.
Blake Williams.
Strong right. Celtics Cobb on 1. Ready.
Blake Williams, the DC defensive coordinator, would love that takeaway he's been begging for to happen right about now.
Here we go. Ready, ready, go.
Neville in motion. No slow-mo by him this time. They run it into the boundary. And Latulis broke a couple of tackles, made it inside the 30. Picked up 1 on the play, so it'll be third down. Defenders need to get off the field here.
It's just off the left side of the offensive line. Joe Wallace is able to get pressure. Just can't bring the runner down. And those were 2 runs that are not super glamorous, but it's got you in a 3rd and short. Being able to run the football doesn't necessarily mean getting chunk yardage every play. It just means keeping you on schedule, which is where they are.
A very manageable 3rd and 2. And St. Louis going to call a timeout. With 3:16 to go, let's go downstairs to Cole and get more.
Guys, I got Battlehawks defensive lineman Damone Harris. You have been in the backfield the entire day. You told me before the game. Peter told me, watch my guys inside. What's been the secret today?
Hey, man, first off, I want to give all glory to God. But the secret is just us working together, man. One play at a time. And, you know, keeping the team first. We're a selfless group. We just want to show and display what we can do. And work together. You know, we got a lot of vets in our room. And we got Coach Corey calling a great game plan. Great D-line coach, Coach Jeff. And we just want to display what we can do and keep the team first.
Really?
Yes, sir.
All that trash talk that I've been hearing in between every other play, running our mouth, cussing at these guys, and you're going to give me that, that G-rated answer right there?
It's all about the team, man. It's all about the team. Seriously. And honestly, when we step across the lines, you know, we see red. It's about the Battlehawks, but it's all about the team. Team first.
Nice shot today. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, man, he got to keep it a buck, Cole. They run it with Latulis again. But yeah, that defensive line has done a great job for the home team tonight. Battlehawks really holding it down.
Yes, they have.
With 3 minutes to go. Ricky Prohl's team with possession.
Battlehawks pitching a shutout the last 2 quarters and 13 minutes, approaching 3 quarters. But if this defense is able to come up with a stop, and DC has 2 timeouts, the 2-minute timeout coming up, even if St. Louis were to make a field goal, it's still a 1-score game with a touchdown and a 3-point conversion.
They're running around the corner. Howard made a nice move and pushed out of bounds finally at the 13-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play. Another first down.
One of the things you can't...
And there's no way the defenders can give up a touchdown on this drive.
Well, you can't lose contain either if you're the corner. Giving up the edge, you have to funnel everything back inside. That's what led to that big run by the Battlehawks.
Exactly right here.
Trace right, Broncos on one, ready? Broncos, yeah, one. Hey, Turbo! Ready, go!
They keep it on the ground again. Latulis. Picked up 2 on the play, and we hit the 2-minute warning on some of the images. Nelly got the crowd turned up even more at halftime, and the Battlehawks responded in the 3rd quarter with some timely plays. They lead with less than 2 minutes to go. Back here at the Battle Dome, look at the game summary. Started quickly for the defenders, but man, the game really swung in the 3rd quarter in favor of St. Louis, who lead with the ball right now with under 2 minutes to go. Ricky Prohl in his coaching debut. Here's head coach of the Battlehawks.
St. Louis has outscored DC 10-0 since Nelly performed. So I think the home guy from St. Louis turned the tide. But look, if DC's able to hold St. Louis to a field goal, down 9 points, it's still a 1-score game in the UFL because there is the option for a 3-point conversion attempt from the 8-yard line. So the next 2 plays are huge for this DC defense.
Ready, go!
Little pressure coming, flag down on the field. They hand it off, nowhere to go that time for Latulis. Let's see, as my partner just mentioned, if they can hold St. Louis to a field goal, it's still, by rules and math, a 1-score game. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the game.
Number 50 lined up in the neutral zone. Number 5's there.
Offside defense, number 50. We're going 5 yards, 2nd down. Got it.
Offside. Defense, number 50, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's unacceptable in this scenario. You had him stopped for a 2-yard loss. There's going to be 3rd and long. Now it's 2nd and short after the 5-yard due to an alignment error from a guy who's all UFL last year, and Derek Roberson.
DC defenders calling a timeout. Let's listen in to Blake Williams here.
Get him out. Need him clear to see him. Get BT out of the game. Out. BT's gone. He's off. Out. No, we're not. I'm involved. Right? Y'all are acting like children. BT's out of the game. Right? Because you guys are stressing out grown men because you can't handle yourself. And we're walking. Let's go.
Not sure how much of that you heard from Blake Williams, but it was laced with invective.
DC defensively they have to keep their composure.
Ready to go.
2nd and 3. Silvers hands it off to Latulis. It's going to be short of the first down. Defenders must hold St. Louis to a field goal, gain of 1.
And because of that, because of the penalty, DC just had to spend its last timeout, its final timeout. So St. Louis is going to be able, with a run here, whether they get the first down or not. If they get the first down, the game's over. But if they don't get the first down, they're going to be able to run the clock down pretty close to a minute and make it very tough on DC after a field goal attempt.
With no timeouts remaining.
Or if you're Ricky Prohl.
Guys, you got 2 guys on this DC defense that are absolutely going at it right now. Bryce Thompson and Derek Roberson going at each other in the back of the huddle to the point where the D coordinator had to come all the way out onto the field to try to separate them from each other.
That's what Blake Williams was referring to. You guys are acting unprofessionally, so to speak.
I wonder if you're Ricky Prohl here, 3rd and short. Are you considering this 4-down territory? You just go for it on 4th down. 1-score game either way. If you were to get stopped here on 3rd down, but getting the first down is going to be the #1 priority.
Here we go. 3rd and 2. Wow, defenders jumping off sides.
Will result in a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense #1. Penalty is after the distance of the goal and results in a first down.
Imploding, as Cole alluded to a moment ago.
That's one of the guys Cole was just talking about. And it's one of the guys, Blake Williams, had to separate. And honestly, it sounded like in the break, or we were listening to him, said he wanted him out of the game.
He said BT's out of the game. I didn't know if it was BT or GT. But
there's no GT. There's a BT.
Just offside. It wasn't just that last play. It's been the last 3 or 4 plays from Bryce Thompson.
Now the game's effectively over.
Defenders losing their composure down the stretch.
Well, think about this, the sequence. You had the 2nd down and long where they stopped St. Louis for a -2 yard, for -2 yards. But Derek Roberson was lined up in the neutral zone. That gave St. Louis an extra play. It gave them 5 yards. And then a neutral zone infraction ends up being the deciding factor. This on the backs of an earlier punt where they had 10 guys on the field. Shannon Harris has got to clean up the controllable mistakes.
It became unraveled at the end for the reigning champions. No timeouts remaining for the DC defenders. And head coach Shannon Harris. Clock running with under a minute to go.
Here we go.
Crowd of 32,000 showing up this afternoon here in St. Louis at the Battle Dome.
Ready to go.
And more flags down in the field.
100% for slapping the ball, so it ends the
outside. Neutral zone infraction, defense. We're going to have to do this. We're going to start the clock, right? Yes. We're still going to have to snap. 36 seconds.
30 seconds on the clock. 36.
We had a running clock.
Neutral zone infraction, defense #7. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. It's 3rd down.
And now Joe Wallace exits the game.
I got to now. Now I can step now. Hey, take it deep.
Victory formation coming up for the Battlehawks.
We're good. Easy.
With the clock, the play clock and the game clock, they don't have to snap it again. You can start making your way off the field.
Let
And Ricky Prohl earns his first victory as head coach of the St. Louis Battlehawks. And they seek a measure of atonement and redemption against the team that eliminated them a season ago in the UFL semifinals.
The takeaway for this game for the Battlehawks, that defensive line was ferocious. And the secondary really performed well. Felt like DC wasn't able to get open very much on the back end, which allowed the defensive line to get even more pressure. Let's go down to Cole with Coach Ricky Prohl.
Coach Prohl, I just want to know how you're feeling right now.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of my guys, man. They just fought. Talk about finishing. Halftime, we just talked about this. This is what we worked for, just to finish the ball game. And they came out and just were resilient, relentless, and it's just so proud of it.
So many great moments in this city for you to be able to get this win. You're first as a head coach. What does it mean doing it here?
You know, pressure, man. I tell you what, this is the most nervous I've been in a long time in this stadium, and it just feels good to get that dub. And like I said, man, I can't say enough about my guys and how proud I am of them.
Well, if it wasn't emotional enough, I'm going to show this picture right here. Little Hadley and Kova, your granddaughters, both here for the game. I showed you this before the game. To be able to have your family here and do it in front of them, do it with them in presence, how much more does it mean?
Family's everything. Love my family. So proud to be a grandfather, father. Just this is a memorable moment again here in St. Louis, and I love this people. I love the city. The fans were just behind us the whole game, and I wouldn't no better place I'd rather be than right here, right now.
Congrats. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Ricky Prohl. Let's go down to Harry.
Guys, I'm here with the player of the game, Peter Damapino. 2.5 sacks. You guys had 7 sacks overall as a defense. What was the mindset today coming into this ball game versus a DC Defenders team that won the championship a year ago?
Hey, like our coach said, man, it's all about us. We come out here, execute our defense, play, basically give everything we got, stick to our fundamental techniques, and do our assignment. Everything's going to be fine. So that was it.
You gave a lot of credit to Cole Kublik, talking about your interior defensive line. How did those guys set you up to be able to have those 2.5 sacks?
Hey, football is a team sport, and it takes every single one of us to make plays. So they show up today, So I was just, I do my job as a leader, So I led, and then I told him, hey, if you don't know how to play hard, watch me, just follow me, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we have a great coach like Coach Kanina in the D-line rooms. He put us in a good situation to make plays. So yeah, I'm grateful.
I see you line up inside. You was in a zero technique right over the center. Talk about the movement on the defensive line that you're able to do this year, something you probably haven't done in your past.
Oh yeah, so basically like when you start beating offensive line, now they start sliding hard to my side with the chip. So now we came out with a way to like try to make them 5-0 protection by putting me on a 0. Now I can go either way, So it keep the playing field like even. So yeah.
Congrats, man. Good win too.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Go Battlehawks.
How do the victors go the spoils? Pita was running stuff up front on the line of scrimmage. The victory shower for head coach Ricky Prohl. His first as head coach of the Battlehawks. They win it. For Roddy Jones, Cole Kublik, Harry Douglas, and our entire talented crew behind the camera, you never get a chance to see. I'm Mark Jones. The final score, St. Louis wins it 16-10. So long.